In this video, I'll show you one of my favorite loot runs. We're on Shoreline again, and I already know what some of you are going to say. But hang on, because one of the reasons I enjoy this map is also one of the reasons many people seem to dislike it. I really like the size of this map because it reduces the chances of running into someone, and it allows you to do a lot of leveling on endurance and strength. We'll be hitting hidden stashes along this route, and as you can see, there are quite a few on this side of the map, and they usually contain some nice items. Before I show you the stashes, I'd like to talk about spawns though, because I only do this run if I get one of these spawns over here. Depending on my spawn, I'll adjust my route so I won't waste any time. So rather than learning this route I'm about to show you step by step, take note of where the different stashes are so you can find them coming from more than one specific direction. Let's quickly go over the different spawns. Spawning down by the water here, we hit these two stashes before heading over to Railway Bridge Extract. This spawn below Weather Station is the worst in my opinion. There's people spawning all around you, and everything really depends on which way they decide to run. I quickly run over to these two stashes here before going to Railway Bridge Extract again and using the same route as before. Spawning at either of these spots, we take this route. This is the run I'll show you in a minute. And lastly, with these spawns up next to and behind the resort, we pretty much just hit the end of the run. Now, if you combine the knowledge from this video with my guide for the town over here, you'll be able to have somewhere to go with any spawn on the map. Both guides are, in my opinion, super chill loot runs. I do run into people from time to time, of course, but just to prove my point, I did go on an 11 survival streak while filming for this video. With all of that out of the way, let's get started. I usually bring a Meldon in for these raids, but I only pop it if I spawn over on this side, where there's going to be a lot of running. It's not required, of course, it just saves you some time. Remember to bring food and water if you decide to do it though. So we've got the railway bridge down there. We're just quickly gonna hit up this stash over in the bush here. And then we head down south. Keep your eyes open for enemies here, because there is a chance you'll run into someone. The next stash we're gonna hit is down here by the water, under the branch. Have a bit of rubber banding on this raid here, and we come up along the railway here, and we're gonna have another stash. Now we're gonna head inland. You want to look for this cross. It's gonna help you find the next stash, which is right by the tree over here. And then we're gonna move up to the broken house. You've got another stash on the corner of the house. Next one, you're gonna aim for this large bush over here. Gonna have a stash in the middle of it. Next is the radio tower. Come up here, hit the stash in the bush. Then we're gonna move towards the outer wall a bit, because we've got another stash over here. Once again, you're gonna be looking for a large bush. Then we move back in. You've got the radio tower on your left hand, and we're just gonna head for the top of this hill, the stash right here. Then we're gonna follow the power lines a bit onto the next pylon. Right here on the corner is the next stash. Now we're gonna begin to move around the resort. Keep your eyes open again here. You can risk running into someone. You can choose to skip this house, but I usually go up and hit the weapon boxes. And then we come back out behind the house. I usually climb down these rocks here. And then I head for the bonfire. We're gonna find a duffel. There is a duffel up in the pavilion there. I usually skip it though and go for the stash up here in the back instead. This one can be a bit tricky to find. You're gonna want to look for these two large bushes, and it'll be right in between. With that done, we just follow the edge of the map. As you come up over the top of the hill here, you need to watch out for the sniper scavs. They're super deadly, and there can be two of them over on this rock. And in this raid, we've got one here. And I think I heard shooting, because I start looking and instantly spot this guy over here. Easy headshot. Sorry, my dude. And then we can make our way down. Come across the water here. You need to crouch to hit this stash. It can be a bit tricky. Now we're going to be able to jump up over this rock. Either do it backwards or sideways. Alright, keep following the edge of the map. And once again, this stash I feel is a bit hard to find. Look for this large rock that's sticking out a bit of the mountain. And then you've got the stash right here in the bush. And now we're gonna head across what I believe is the most dangerous part of this route. Because people leaving the resort going for the path to lighthouse extract will be coming right over this way. So be quick and try not to make too much noise. As you come up on the truck here, you can have 2 scaffs. Keep an eye out for those. Kill them quickly if possible. And then move up the hill here. You're gonna find the next stash. Here we go. Now we head down towards the swamp. And we're just gonna hit one more stash here before entering the swamp. Right here by the tree. Now we aim for the church. We're gonna make a little jump out here in the back. Come over to this stash. You can run along back. Come inside the church. You're gonna have rare spawns on the table here, on the bench and next to it. And then you have the toolbox. Come outside. We've got a couple more stashes to hit. Got one over here. In this building, we've got 2 toolboxes, an ammo crate and a weapon crate. Then we head back out. You can decide to jump over this fence here, but I'm usually too heavy for it, so I normally just run around. Turn back around. Come over here. And we've got the final stash right over here. You can choose to hit this building as well. It's been hit, but I'm just going to show you the spawns. We've got a jacket. Then we've got spawns here, 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 and here. On the chair, on the bed, on the box. In the box, on the bed, on here, and on the shelves. Then you've got the toolbox. At this point, you can choose to extract at past the lighthouse. Or if you want to fill up on some more loot, you can hit the town right here. I'm pretty full, so I'm just gonna head over to the extract. Once you get a hang of the stashes, I really recommend doing nighttime, as that will greatly improve your survival rate. But you're definitely gonna need some daylight to find him the first couple of times. If you want to learn how to loot every single spot in the town I was just aiming at, click on this video right here. Thank you for watching everyone, and take care.